Hello? There it is. Can you hear me now? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think it was because I messed with my computer settings for something else that it got a little bit messed up here, but thank you for letting me know that you could not hear me. Basically, all I said was I'm excited to play this game. I got a special request to play this game, but also I've seen the demo and it just looks really fun. So we're gonna play it tonight. It's been a while. It's been a bit. Um, but yeah, let's go here. Yep. Okay. Whoa. There we go. Why is it messing up? There we go. Glad I'm getting these technical issues out of the way right now. Should be able to hear the game. Alright, that again. Okay, so from now on, I won't be able to see the comments. I'm just letting you know. Also, how's your weekend been? Good. Well, it's been fine. Still have some other stuff I gotta take care of. But yeah, I'm about to start the game. Hopefully, you should be able to hear it fine. Um, yeah, we're gonna play Hellmart. The hell? Something's wrong with it. Okay. Is got it. Oh, what? What is this? Oh gosh. Um, what is going on? Hmm. I appreciate that as my dog smashes around in his crate, trying to find the perfect spot. Hmm. Let's try one more time. I'm not sure what's doing this. It does that part, that pops up. Hmm. I don't know what's wrong. Let me go back to my settings. Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on. Everything is acting weird. Go to system. Hmm. How was your weekend? I don't know why it wants to act up. Hmm. I'm sorry. Chill, but also irritating. That is not good. Like half good, but like not really. Blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. 16 gigabyte RAM. Why is it acting weird? Nothing indicating it's acting weird. I have that on. Yep. Okay. Hmm. Da, da, da. Blah blah blah. Capture. Yep. Try that. And we'll keep standard. Capture mouse. Yep. Max recording length. Yeah. Let's keep it at 2 hours. I think that might have fixed it. Maybe. Hopefully. Let me exit out. Do this again. Here. Go here. Hopefully that works. We in this mofo. Yes, we are. Hopefully. Okay, let's see if this works. And it didn't work. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. So, I'm gonna have to play a different game, unfortunately. But I will be able to fulfill the request still, just in a different way at a different time. Um, okay. I have a couple of games on here. I have Doki Doki Literature Club, and I have Poppy Playtime. I also have Tell Me Why. Might need to restart the computer, Rooney. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if that has to do with anything. Let me see. Let me just test something really quick, actually. Because if something else runs fine, then the graphics might be maybe too high for my computer or something. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. I'm gonna test throws ass in a circle. I'm gonna test um just to see. I'm gonna test this other game and see if it pops up. Mm, I will do remote tech support. Let me see. What's this? Okay, so this popped up. Yes, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna have to test some stuff for Hellmark because the graphics might be really high or something. I'm not entirely sure. But what the hell is this? Um, what? There we go. Here, please. There we go. Okay. Um, have you guys heard of or have seen Doki Doki Literature Club before? I watched it many years ago when it first was out and popular. That might be what I have to play tonight, since we are here. Because I'm not sure what it is. Hellmart, because the other games still came up, but for some reason Hellmart isn't. So I need to figure that out. A big creator I used to watch played it. It wasn't super standout to me, but I like Otome style games. Fair. Let's see. Then we shall try Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't think it's that long. I don't remember it being very long. Let's see. How big is this? Oh, alright, hold on. There we go. Hopefully this is visible. I can't see anything. Yeah, it just gets tiny when I like try to like move it a little bit. Technical difficulties? It's not. Okay. Uh, let's see. Capture. Da, 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 match. Capture cursor. Blah blah blah. Capture audio. Oh no, I'll turn that off. Normal. Yeah. Alright, let me move this. Make this bigger. Technical difficulties. I really hope the text is at the bottom. Like when they talk and stuff, I hope it's at the bottom. There we go. Nice. I'm glad you can see it. Let me hopefully, and in this case, I can still see the chat. I just gotta move it like stuff a little bit, but should be fine. Put that down. Push this like that. Make this a little higher. This. Oh yeah, and close that. All right, cool. What the fuck? Why did it shrink it? Stop. Why? Why did it shrink it? Game is bullying me. And it's not fair. Okay. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit that link. By playing this game, you agree that you're at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Your PC is alive, bro. It's aware and rebelling. Dun, 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 dun. Nice little music. Okay, maybe a little too loud. Actually. Okay. Start a new game. Enter my name. Hello? No. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she may draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Well, you talk about her in a mean fucking way. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other. That's why am I mean? Why am I being so fucking mean? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and would get tired, and I would get tired of waiting up. Okay. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Why? What? What is this hatred? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. You start off as the antagonist, not the protagonist. She's breathing, and I'm not trying to breathe in y'all ear. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Why am I such a dick? I wouldn't have put BMO if I was going to be an asshole like this. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, BMO. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I'm so self-centered. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hehehe. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, BMO, these houses are so factory looking. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Bitch, a club. I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. They're for fucking losers. Like myself. I haven't been looking either. What? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that she won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. She's trying to be a real friend, man. Your happiness is really important to me. See? Look at that. And we're just a little shithead. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a what? A neat, an NEET in a few years because you were not used to the real world. What is that? Does anybody know what that is? Did she just say a slur? You trust me, right? I don't know after that. You said something, I don't even know what it is. Like, don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. What the fuck is an NEET? I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Oh, neat is like another word for shut in. Okay. I'm like, what? Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Maybe because... okay, I'm not gonna say that. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she goes... Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Why are we like this? The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and I realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? No. There is no way I'm going to your club. You don't even know what her club is, though. I don't know what her club is. What? Meanie. Sayori is vice president, oh, okay, of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Big ass bow. Yeah. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Literature club nerd. Literature club is cool. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Why her hands like, yeah, her hands are fucking tiny. Hee hee hee. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Oh, so it's a cult. Yes, let's go! Aren't all clubs cults? No, no, they're not. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Why is the music on? BMO? Adventure Time like a word with the creators. No, yeah, I just picked that as my name. The game didn't do that. That was me. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door and hits someone. Patoosh! They're dead. Um, People have sold their soul for less, to even be honest. A cupcake is a sweet deal. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance across the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Why are you standing like you got scoliosis? Sweet. You're funny. Um, Sorry, I'll stop. No, you're fine. Why is she standing like this? She's standing like she got a crook in her back. And I mean, same, but I don't I don't know what's going on here. She's standing like her body trying to give a She's standing like her body's trying to do the U-turn. If they don't give my good sis a name, what the fuck? What do you mean? Her name is Girl 1. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl 2. It gets worse. Seriously, you brought a boy? You know, I'm sorry. I'm not even a nice boy either. I'm sorry. It's trying to play it off. She hit her knee. Honestly, same. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, BMO, what a nice surprise. Why? Girl 3. Please give them names. Girl 2 scared the fuck out of me. Wow, I wonder who the next girl is. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. Wow, girl 3. This club. I gotta wrap it up. No. They're coming out like Jehovah's Witnesses. That's crazy. It's full of incredibly cute girls. I hate my character. What are you looking at? What the fuck are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Fucking stupid. With your stupid ribbons and your stupid hair. No. Sorry. Natsuki. Okay, so that's Natsuki. Hmm. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Or you're just a self-centered asshole that doesn't recognize people. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. She seems full of rage. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Not Naisuki. Not Naisuki. Um, Don't say things like that. I mean, you have the dark colored hair. All you're missing is the glasses, girly. I agree with her. Look at the floor. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Excuse me. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Pink hair, sour attitudes given Sakura. I know Monica? It's great to see you again, Bimo. Girl, I don't know you. What the fuck? Monica smiles sweetly. It looks like she's doing more than that. She's about to hit a ballet move in the middle of this classroom. What is in the cupcakes? Wow, why she... She about to fucking... about to do a crescent kick right in my fucking face. There's no literature in this damn club. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Oh, okay. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Yeah, I can tell. She's about to chop me with her big toe. Stand up straight, girl. Monica doing a Michael Jackson lean. I'm basically completely out of my league. People are out of your league because you're an asshole. A ribbon that big has gotta be against school uniform policy. Suspend her. Suspend her is crazy. She is the president of the literature club, guys. We can't suspend her. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. God, I'm a fucking loser. Come sit down, Bimo. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Dang. Sorry, I got a little too excited. No, girl. Better calm down. We've not seen a single book. They got papers on the wall. That's the literature. Then how about I make some tea as well? How do you got a hot plate at school? You should not have a hot plate at school. That's dangerous. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. The books are in the closet covered in dust. Pretty much. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Suspend her too. No cooking outside of home economics. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What the f- Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. So that's cute. But a cat's white though. They couldn't be orange. They couldn't be anything else. They're white. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Interesting. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Why is this the first time y'all are fighting this out? This club apparently existed already prior to this. Why is this the first time she's being nice? Hehehe. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Why is she so pushy? Colorist cats. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full, and he's already managed. Stab. Every time I say Sayori, my phone is like, yes. I'm like, no. She needs to be on Great British Bake Off, not in no damn club. Yeah, she's suspended for sure. You guys are funny. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Okay. Um, Managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cup. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Why is this so dramatic? The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What? Made them for you or anything. Well, fuck you too. I thought you technically did. So you already said, well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright, alright. Why would you assume she didn't make it herself? No, for real. I am a sucky person. Like, my character sucks. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. That's a lie. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hehe. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Oh, this damn food and snacks. Ain't no learning. Ain't no learning going on here. Maybe they just want to eat first. Food and snack exchange club. Honestly? No, I don't think that would go well. Also, where are the teachers? This is after school when the clubs would start. So the teachers pieced out. They're in their offices or something. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Damn, I do like some tea when I read. I revoke her suspension. Big how Monica is. Big Bo Monica is still suspended. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So they just left those unnamed kids in school alone. Yes, they did. So what made you consider the literature club? Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm writing a letter to the board. Unacceptable. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Haha, well, you know. She does not like me asking these questions. She's about to beat me. She's about to fucking taekwondo, spin around, fucking roundhouse kick my ass through a wall. She's like, stop asking questions, you little shit. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Okay. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. We're having so much dialogue. And no reading. Monica really is a great leader, excuse me. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Why did you have to reiterate? Okay. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Bimo, what kinds of things do you like to read? Manga. The book series being read will be Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I knew he was gonna say that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Damn. Well, that could change. Oh, not this. My fucking character. My fucking character's like, I'll change for you. It doesn't seem like he reads. No, he doesn't. What am I saying? Yeah, exactly. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Uh-huh. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Intellectual ass answer. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Well, girl, you about to have a bad time. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Bro complains about Sayori, but has obviously never talked to or thought about a person before. Negative 50 charisma. No, for real. But what gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Hehe, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up. What? I think it's supposed to say slides. I don't know. Up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. What, so you're angry? What? Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. That's rude. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? These questions feel like... This feels like information y'all would know about each other already. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Talked yourself into a hole. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea. Everyone. Huh? I wrote a poem once about rocks. I don't know about the deepest part of my heart. I've written a lot of stuff. I honestly did so much poetry that I competed for... Well, no. I joined a poetry club, but I competed, I think, only 3 of the 4 years I was a part of the club. And then I did it a little bit in college. When I was there. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Oh. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Bimo? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. Nah. Tweaking? What's tweaking? That's so cool! Not your Doki Doki Literature Club, but your poetry writing club. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But smallest club ever, only 5 people. And one of them's a boy. Disgusting. No, I'm kidding. But he is annoying. He is really annoying. I don't like being him. I'm sorry. I thought, hmm, BMO, you all, bro, ruined the whole vibe. He did. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yay, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. Bimo, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee hee. Yeah. Girl, don't be touching people. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Consent. True. She did not ask, she just grabbed me, my character. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Bimo, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth about the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Bro said clubs are lame and can't even write a poem once. Yeah, he's a fucking mess. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Can't be too lame if you're anxious about it. No, for real. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh! It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh god. Okay. Uh... I want to do breather horror. Vivacious. Agonizing. Rose despise fantasy vitality. Oh yeah, who do you want to catch the eye of? I think my character honestly is going to lean, ouch, towards Yuri or um Monica. Cause Natsuki, I don't really like the mean stuff. Massacre. She likes Massacre? What's interesting is also Monica's not down here. Write the most emo poem ever. I'm trying. You're the character, you get to choose. No. I know I get to choose. I'm just saying I don't like. I know that I get to choose. I'm just saying I can tell that he's leaning more Yuri and Monica, but also I'm not really into Natsuki, and I don't get the point of what is this? Prayer? Why was she? Okay, I don't know. Wrath. Yeah, what? What? Atone. Over again, don't make me change my. What? Tonight will be the night that I will fall. Oh, I didn't read the other one. Over again. To make me change my mind. Um. Death. Okay, this doesn't make sense. What's wrong with y'all? I'm picking all this negative stuff. I thought it was just Yuri, but Sayori likes it too. Unrequited. Disaster. Boop. Just write some fan fiction. Rain cloud. Explode. Damn, hurt, anger, disown. Recite 50 Shades. Melancholy. Tenacious. Oh, so she just, oh, maybe she likes big words or something, I don't know. Excuse me. This is gonna be the most emo, sad, depressed poem ever. Pain. I didn't think she was gonna like that. After image? Oh, I don't know. Mouse? I don't know. Unrestrained. Climax is crazy. It is. Infallible. Suicide. The fitness grab pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. Suicide, strawberry. Suicide is crazy. They're not ready. They're not ready for this hot shit that's about to get spit. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Bimo. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Read out Miranda rights. You have you have to stay silent. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Dang, girl. She ride or die for this club. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. They're arguing! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Exactly, it is. Let's not degrade manga, okay? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops her back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Bimo always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Natsuki is very serious about her literature club and education. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Manga is literature for sure. It is. Is that so? Why are we arguing with people? Why is he embarrassing her? Ever read JoJo's? I have not. I have not seen it. I'm assuming JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I haven't seen it. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Fuck are you jealous for? We just met. I think I don't want Yuri anymore. Bro, he hates her so bad. Like, just go away. No, really. He's so mean. How come? You and Bimo can become good friends too. Sayori. Hmm? She didn't do anything wrong. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. She didn't make it weird at all. You're weird. You're like, I get to stay around these beautiful girls. Fucking... Vibes coming from over there. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you was a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? The only weird situation is his lack of social cues. No, really. And I'm bad at social cues. But I'm not an asshole like this, and I'm not this bad. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. She gave me a... Yep, she gave me a book. She's like, yeah, I know you're uncultured and everything, so... It's Cat in the Hat. It's the Lorax book. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. and we could, discuss it if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I want to strangle my own character. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. She just said that. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case, of course not. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging in the closet. Girl, he's below your average man. Stand up. Oh man, I love red fish, blue fish. Thanks, Yuri. Fucking funny. You guys are funny. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Yeah, because you're fucking staring at her. You're probably like fucking... I'm not gonna do that. I was about to breathe into the mic. Probably just huffing and puffing in this girl's face. She got us matching books. She got us both the Lorax. She got us both green eggs and ham. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Marco. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Densest car in this MC. No, for real. This guy is an asshole and he's dense. He's not gonna get very far in life, I don't think. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of... That's kind of dark, isn't it? Were you listening? Have you been listening? She literally... You know what? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Hahaha. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Bimo? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Book sounds like my average dreams. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive, damn it, on the outside. Fuck, I accidentally clicked. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Woman talks about things in detail, the man a mere few moments later. Wow, this came out of nowhere. Same, then you wake up and you feel tired as hell. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I could do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Uh, that's... Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Uh, yeah? Are you sure? He gets one right. You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. None of this makes sense, because this is a literature club. You're supposed to be reading anyways. How are you not used to people reading? This is... I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it a bit difficult to turn the page. Here. This guy... There are no words for the frustration I feel because this guy is not appealing whatsoever. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left of the page between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Bro is trying to rizz her up despite several social errors. Exactly. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Ref, do something. Eh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. That's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. No, he hasn't. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Everyone else in the room looking at them. No, for real. That's the funny part, actually. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I get that they're supposed to be teenagers, but even when I was a teenager, I wasn't this horny. Like, this is okay. But then again, I'm demisexual, so what do I know? I'm on the asexual spectrum. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? That's okay. Okay. She just described this book in such a sad way, and then you had kind of a negative reaction to it. And now, as you're reading the book, you want to be like, hey girl, reminds me of you. Them looking at these two, this is a load of barnacles. Trying to get fresh with the Yuri, you need to be getting fresh with the damn literature that education needs collecting. Ooh, how does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yeah, 'cause that wasn't a compliment. You're really fucking anxious and don't trust yourself, bitch. Get fresh with that damn homework. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Bimo, that's probably a terrible, yeah, a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. But wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Uh, what are you saying all of a sudden? I... Okay, everyone! Yeah, thanks, Monica. This fucking... Mind you, he just met her yesterday, and now he's telling her she second guesses herself and isn't confident. I don't like my character at all. Bro, how did you mean it? Okay, everyone. Thanks, Monica, for saving the bell. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Thank you, Monica. Good grief. Is that alright, Yuri? Oops, I didn't mean to click that. How do I get out of here? There we go. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Oh. Alright. I guess I'll do some reading tonight. Some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Okay, can I just say also, bro reading his emo poem, like, I just want to say that she said she got these 2 books yesterday. So did she speed read one of them to already know what it's about? Because she says she read it. Or do I have to assume that she's read this book a long time ago and for some reason had to buy 2 copies yesterday? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration. I'm talking too fast. Ugh. Talking too fast. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. That's kind of funny. Maybe she picked up a copy for you yesterday and brought her own. Yeah, maybe she had a copy and bought the second one for him. No, she said she bought 2 copies and then mentioned that she went to the bookstore yet the day before after the club. See, this is me as a person, right? Cuz I dig too deep into when people say shit. I don't like, depending on if I want to acknowledge it or not sometimes, but nothing gets past me in a bad way. Cause like if someone's trying to just like make conversation, now I'm judging her paper too. Like, will it end? Base Shiori, she did that. Um, I'm just kind of like, she probably, you know, got him. She said it was a short read as well, so it wouldn't be surprising as being used to reading that she would be able to finish it that quickly. But like, girl, if you don't just say that you got me a book. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who do I show my poem to first? Music's finally changed. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, her eyes lighten. Exceptional! Eh? What was that? Hmm? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. I... Uh... He's going to hate me. None of them introverts unite. Probably Yuri. Yeah, Yuri. Um, you really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Nothing. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at the poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers around the words in the poems as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical with new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them and getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Damn, your poetry club skills seeped into the game, can't hold in the raw talent. I appreciate that, but that's also really funny. Excuse me. If the character's gonna get anything from me, it's gonna be that. Cause ain't no way I'm about to give all this and this motherfucker sucks. Natsuki said if it ain't if it ain't pink, I won't think. I got a cut on my hand. Well, not like a cut, but like peeling a little bit, sorry. It was bothering me. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, this isn't supposed to be a this isn't this supposed to be a literature club? What the fuck does this say? Ghost under the lights. The what? Girl. The what the fuck does it say? The the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Kinda lame. No. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. It's not terrible, it's just a bit... It's a bit too small, that's all. It's hard for me to see. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It did, I'm sorry. Ah, well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Okay, now don't fucking lie. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. Is it? It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Boo! Not at all. Dog is glazing. I'm really glad you like it. I know her poem was better than his, but I'm just saying. He picked a bunch of random words and put that shit together and said it's a poem. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Bimo. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, you did. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining... Oh god. She's interesting. I like that she's into writing, but the way she talks about it is a little irritating. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Bimo. Ah. Me too. Oh, God, I gotta do... Okay. Hmm... I'm gonna do Monica. Hi, Bimo. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hee haw hee haw hee haw. Don't worry, Bimo. We're a little embarrassed today, you know? We're all a little embarrassed today. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. Great job, Bimo. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That is a crazy statement. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning and trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Hee hee hee. Ha ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yep, let's read it. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Why did music change? Hole in wall. Period, Monica. The poet spoken. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. Noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a what? Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh, that's creepy. These girls, I know Yuri was gonna have something kind of depressing. Yuri's poem. So Yuri's poem to me feels like suicide ideation a little bit. This is very these two poems are very creepy. Um Yuri's is a bit like suicide ideation and like holding on to things from the past, being unable to stay in the present, depression, potentially holding on to trauma. Like now we call the cops. um Hole in the wall, hole in wall. See the direction the sparkle or spackle? No, spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see, I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. That's creepy. Um, that's creepy. Cause she's basically, what I'm gathering is that she basically looked at something that wasn't there's a boundary being crossed, basically. There is a boundary being crossed, and in the process of that boundary being crossed, she got hurt by the person, most likely by the person who is supposedly looking in. Counseling Literature Club. Yeah. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Heh, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It has been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That's a good tip. Facts, can we get an adult in here? I don't have the credentials. Thanks for listening. Well, I still gotta talk to these motherfuckers. Alright. We gotta do Sayori last. We know he's gonna treat her bad. They're just staring at each other. Bimo, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. God dang. She's gonna beat my ass. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Got her ass. That's kind of funny. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. This is... The music they're playing is funny. What is... Why are they all depressed? Because, like, this is a really basic poem, but, like, still, like, people can try. People can try, but that's about it. Like, that's kind of... That's a little depressing. Mic drop, mic drop from the boop boop boop. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Right, yeah, exactly. Her poem her poem said animals are cool, people are there, I guess. Like, people are disappointing, right? So people don't even take my writing seriously. But this isn't the point of poems for people. Isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Sayori. What you got, girl? Yeah. Oh, so she could try, but that's about it. That's what I'm saying. Depressing. This is a good poem, Bimo. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Heh, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Why is he so mean to her? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Bimo. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Sure. Calm down, little one. Don't get too high on a horse. Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? She tries to be nice to him all the time, and he's just so, yeah, he's exhausting. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee hee hee. We'll see about that. Do do do. Okay. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's sad. This is so sad. Like, this is, I like this. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Like, she's talking to the sunshine and stuff. Early YouTube tutorial ass music. It's the red on the bow. He's like a bull. um, because my guess is this might be about our character. Sad. It wasn't for you. I could sleep forever. That is passive suicide ideation. She looks to one person to fill her days with meaning. I want breakfast is a little bit funny, but I'm not mad. That's ah. Why Autumn depressed? Sayori? This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Why are you bullying this girl? Well, At least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really. Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Love psychologically analyzing the high school anime characters. Yeah, this was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. They didn't judge you that bad, if at all. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Uh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? She said, don't fuck with my feelings. This is what Criminal Minds watching has all led to. Time to come up with a profile. Everyone says nice things or gives feedback to him. Everyone judge. Oh, feedback him. Everyone judge me. Yeah, he's. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Bimo did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which which I haven't yet. And Bimo liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. It, that's not what I meant. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Bimo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh god. Huh? How did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. This is stupid. Is everyone okay? Gag the fuck out of her. But you know what? I wasn't the one who's... Oh. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Beamo started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Bimo, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Bimo. But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning and the most effectively. Damn, gagged her again. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. It's not only unnecessarily. You understand that, right, Bimo? Um, well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to... Let's go with Yuri. For just... Because Natsuki got to say some choice things, so let's go with Yuri. Why not? Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? What a terrible crossroads. Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Hmm, I understand. Yuri, eh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. I'd call for Sayori. Leave me out of it. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Huh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Nah. Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Aw, Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at the desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Leave the girl alone. Also, that type of talking that he's giving is not actually what I feel like he's capable of. But we'll put that to the side. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Bimo. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. that one thing Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, eh? What thing did Natsuki say? um, well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Bimo, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Oh. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Bimo, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't, you don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Bimo, it's nice that I spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's hee hee hee. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Ew. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oof. Okay. Whew. Ah, I didn't hear that the last time, the Doki Doki. That's funny. Damn, she's bullied and she's friend zoned. Oh, hey, that was fun. Um, those girls are very depressed in different ways, but they are depressed for sure. Crazy. Anyways, that was fun. I will either continue this tomorrow or Monday, because Doki Doki is actually a pretty long game. It's also a psychological horror game. Um, yeah, we shall see what comes. I appreciate you watching and hanging out with me, and you have a great night and sleep well. Peace.